What's up guys, and welcome back to Sliced. So you're thinking to yourself, let me go and make a cake, and then you go to the shop and you find out that there's no flour anywhere because these idiots have taken it all. But don't worry, today I'm going to show you how to make a cake that requires no flour, and it's not going to be a cake that's good as a substitute, it's going to be a cake that's just good, period. So yeah, let's make that.
So we're going to start off with 600 grams of ground almonds, 5 whole eggs, 240 grams of caster sugar, and 2 whole oranges. We're going to start off by taking our oranges, scrubbing it, because oranges have a little sort of wax coating, so you want to make sure you scrub that off. And just chop it up into small pieces. To be honest, it doesn't really matter how you do it. We're going to chop it up a bit more later on anyway. So I'm just cutting them into little wedges. And once you've done that, you're going to put it into a pan with a little bit of water, and we're going to cook it on a low heat for about 30 minutes until they're really soft. I'm going to cover my pan with some cling film. This is going to increase the pressure and that's going to make them cook a bit faster, but make sure you're monitoring the water content, because if it evaporates, it will burn. While that's happening, we can go ahead and separate our eggs. We're going to separate them using a very simple technique, just leaving a little gap in your fingers and cracking the whole egg into that. That's going to allow the white to drop through, and then you can go ahead and pop the yolk into another bowl. You can do that for all your eggs, and once you've done that, just set it to one side. I'm going to start on our egg whites making a basic meringue, and this is so simple. All you need to do is beat the eggs on a medium speed until it's a bit foamy, and then slowly add in your sugar as I'm doing there. I'm going to beat it at a very high speed for about 1 to 2 minutes until it's formed stiff peaks. You'll know your meringue is ready because you'll be able to take it in between 2 fingers, give it a rub, and if it feels like there's no grains, then that means that it's completely dissolved. But if there are grains in between your fingers, that means you need to beat it a bit longer. Then we're going to take our oranges out onto a chopping board and chop them into a sort of mush like that, I guess. I don't really know what to describe that as, but you know, just make it as thick or thin as you want it. Then we're going to add our egg yolks and sugar into a bowl and give it a really good beating. The key to this recipe is incorporating air, and to do that you just need to beat lots of air into it. So we're going to keep beating, add in our oranges, and we're going to switch to a spatula or a wooden spoon, fold that in, add in our ground almonds and keep folding. It's going to get really dry at this point, but don't worry, have some patience. And then similar to a souffle recipe, we're going to add 1/3 of our egg whites into this mix. Just give it a really good mix together so that it's easier for the rest of the egg whites to sort of incorporate into this, and give it a really nice folding through. Make sure you don't mix it too harshly, otherwise all the air will come out of it. Then I've taken a cake pan and buttered it and lined it with a little bit of corn flour, but you can go ahead and use plain flour, any flour, cocoa powder, whatever you want. You can even just leave it with butter, up to you. And I'm just going to line it and pour all the batter inside it, and we're going to bake it for about 20-30 minutes, about 180 degrees, until it comes out looking like that. And I know what you're thinking, it looks a bit dry, but trust me, the inside of this is really moist. And so to decorate this, you can make your own glaze, you can make it a bit fancy if you want. I'm just going to make this recipe super simple for you guys. Just dust it with a load of icing sugar, and that is perfectly worthy to go on anyone's table. So if you'd like to see more of these recipes, please like and subscribe and follow me on all my socials at sliced_YT.